Rashad, how was training for you heading into this fight 207 versus Daniel Kelly? Where are you at mentally and physically for this?
Mentally I'm pretty good. And mentally and physically it kind of coincided just because, physically speaking, getting my body down to 185 was a big mental process. I had to really make sure that I had the right diet. I had to make sure that I had to do the extra workouts. I had to make sure that I had to hold myself accountable. And accountability is the biggest thing when it comes to mentality. Because a lot of things that what happens when you are training is the fact that you rely on a coach too much. My coach didn't say this. My coach didn't do this, and you find yourself just doing what the coaches tell you to do. And after a while, when you do that, you kind of mitigate the little bit of accountability that you have. So you become less and less accountable. But being the fact that the gym was going through its transition, and the fact that I'm dropping a new weight class and I'm making a new change in my life. I'm trying to get off a 2-fight losing streak, and a lot of different things. So I really had to make a mental switch as well as a physical one.
With all of that adversity that you've had over the course of the last few weeks, months, days, period, how do you just stay kind of focused? You look really relaxed. You look like you're ready to go, but you have an opponent in there in the ring that's pretty, I'd say pretty tough. Don't know much about them.
Yeah, like you said, he's very tough, and he's somebody who I feel has been overlooked, and that's why he's on the win fight, the win streak that he's on, and is very respectable in that nature. He's a 4-time Olympian, and that's not an easy feat in itself. So you're looking at somebody who has a really strong mental fortitude and knows how to push himself past limits where the average person just won't do. And that's what I really wanted to fight at 185. When manager Ali came to me with the fight, he wanted me to have a good test at 185. I wanted to jump in there with the big dogs and go right away. And luckily enough, it just didn't work out with the bigger fights. And he was like, you know what, this is the best fight for you, because in order to compete against the best, you need to go against somebody who's tested and who's going to push you.
With all you've been through in the last several months and all you've accomplished in your career, what was it that kept you going? What was it that kept you from saying, you know what, I've had a great career, I'm just going to ride off in the sunset?
Just the desire to want to go out the way I want to go out. And you never know if that's even going to be the case. But I just didn't want to go out like that. I didn't want to go out with a medical issue or some kind of issue other than the fact that I just decided that I didn't want to fight anymore. And fighting to me has been something that